The Los Angeles Rams are a professional American football team based in the Los Angeles metropolitan area. The Rams compete in the National Football League as a member of the National Football Conference West Division. The Rams play their home games at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, which they share with the Los Angeles Chargers. The franchise was founded in 1936 as the Cleveland Rams in Cleveland, Ohio. The franchise won the 1945 NFL Championship game, then moved to Los Angeles in 1946, making way for Paul Brown's Cleveland Browns of the All-America Football Conference and becoming the only NFL championship team to play the following season in another city. The club played its home games at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum until 1980, when it moved into a reconstructed Anaheim Stadium in Orange County, California. The Rams made their first Super Bowl appearance at the end of the 1979 NFL season, losing Super Bowl XIV to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 31-19. After the 1994 NFL season, the Rams left Southern California and moved to St. Louis, Missouri, becoming the St. Louis Rams. 5 seasons later, the team defeated the Tennessee Titans to win Super Bowl XXXIV, 23-16. The club then lost Super Bowl XXXVI, 2017, to the New England Patriots. After the 2015 NFL season, the team sought and received approval from the other owners to move back to Los Angeles in time for the 2016 NFL season. The Rams appeared in Super Bowl LIII but lost to the Patriots, 13-3. 3 years later, the Rams defeated the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20 to win Super Bowl LVI, becoming the second NFL team to win the Super Bowl in its home stadium. The club is the only NFL franchise to win championships representing 3 cities: Cleveland in 1945, Los Angeles in 1951 and 2021, and St. Louis in 1999. Early years. Kupp was born in Yakima, Washington. He is the grandson of Jake Kupp, an NFL offensive lineman, and the son of Craig Kupp, an NFL quarterback. His family is one of only 5 in NFL history to have 3 generations selected in the NFL draft. Kupp attended and graduated from Davis High School in Yakima in 2012, where he was a 2-sport athlete in football and basketball for the Pirates athletic teams. A 2-way All-State selection, he earned first-team 4A All-State honors as a defensive back and honorable mention accolades as a wide receiver from the Associated Press, as selected by sports writers and broadcasters. Kupp was also named by the Seattle Times as a white chip selection, as one of the top 100 prospects in the state of Washington. Kupp was a unanimous first-team All-Columbia Basin Big 9 League wide receiver and defensive back at Davis. He finished his senior season with 60 receptions for 1,059 yards and 18 touchdowns, and scored 22 total touchdowns to set a school record. He also had 11 rushes for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns as he helped Davis come 1 game away from a berth in the Washington State 4A playoffs. Kupp finished his prep career without a single college football scholarship offer despite recording 110 catches for 2,100 yards. 3 weeks after the final game of his senior season, he received his first scholarship offer to play for Eastern Washington, followed shortly thereafter by an offer from Idaho State. He was also a 3-year letter winner in basketball. He led Davis to a 23-2 record and won the State 4A tournament championship during his senior year for the Pirates. College career. Kupp attended Eastern Washington University, where he signed to play for Coach Bo Baldwin's Eastern Washington Eagles football team in 2012 and redshirted that year. Kupp would eventually be named Eastern's Offensive Scout Team Player of the Year. 2013 season. In 2013, Kupp entered his redshirt freshman year as a starter at wide receiver. Kupp finished the season having set numerous single-season school and national receiving records at the football championship subdivision level. Kupp has set national freshman records for receiving yards, total touchdown catches, consecutive games with a touchdown catch, and receptions. On November 26, 2013, Kupp was named to the All-Big Sky Conference first team as a unanimous selection and was also the recipient of the conference's first ever Freshman of the Year award. On December 16, 2013, Kupp was named the recipient of the 2013 Jerry Rice Award, given to the top freshman player in the FCS. Kupp is the first Eastern Washington player and first player from the Big Sky Conference to receive the award. Kupp was named a consensus first-team All-American, having been honored by the four major selectors at the FCS level, consisting of the American Football Coaches Association, the Associated Press, the Sports Network and the Walter Camp Football Foundation. Kupp was the first freshman wide receiver to be named as a first-team All-American since Randy Moss in 1996. On January 9, 2014, Kupp was honored by the College Football Performance Awards with the 2013 FCS Wide Receiver Award. Kupp is the second straight Eagles wide receiver to win the award, following Brandon Kaufman, who won the 2012 award. 2014 season. Kupp finished his sophomore season with 104 catches for 1,431 yards and 16 touchdowns in 13 games. He was named a first-team All-American by the AFCA, AP, and TSN for the second consecutive season. He was also named to the first-team All-Big Sky Conference for the second straight year as a wide receiver while also earning third-team honors as punt returner. Kupp finished 18th in the 2014 Walter Payton Award voting. 2015 season. In the 2015 season, Kupp finished the season with 114 catches for 1,642 yards and 19 touchdowns in 11 games. Kupp broke the Big Sky single-season record for catches with 114. A total that ranks 9th most all-time in FCS single-season history. Kupp was named a first-team All-Big Sky Conference wide receiver for the third straight year and was also named the league's offensive most valuable player. He was just the second wide receiver to be named Big Sky Offensive MVP in the last 42 years. In addition, Kupp won the Walter Payton Award, becoming the third Eastern Washington player to win the award and only the second wide receiver to win, after Brian Finneran of Villanova in 1997. 2016 season. On November 30, 2015, Kupp announced that he would return for his senior season after speculation that he was considering entering the 2016 NFL Draft. He was poised to break nearly every major FCS career receiving record mark during his final collegiate season. In the 2016 season, he finished with 117 receptions for 1,700 yards and 17 touchdowns. At the end of Kupp's college career, his 428 career receptions and 6,464 total receiving yards are both the most in FCS history, passing marks previously held by Terrell Hudgens, who had 395 receptions and 5,250 yards playing for Elon University from 2006-2009. Moreover, Kupp's 6,464 yards eclipsed Scott Pingle's All-Division NCAA record set in 1999, which was accomplished at the Division III level of competition. Kupp's 73 receiving touchdowns also rank first in FCS history, passing the 58 touchdowns that New Hampshire's David Ball caught from 2003-2006. College statistics. College awards and honors. College football All-Division career leader in receiving yards. NCAA FCS career leader in receiving touchdowns and receptions. Walter Payton Award. Stats FCS Offensive Player of the Year. Jerry Rice Award. 2x Big Sky Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Big Sky Conference Freshman of the Year. 2x College Football Performance Awards FCS Wide Receiver Award, 4x First Team FCS All-American, 3x First Team FCS All-American, 2x First Team Division I Academic All-American, Second Team Division I Academic All-American, 4x First Team All-Big Sky Conference Wide Receiver, Second Team All-Big Sky Conference Punt Returner, Third Team All-Big Sky Conference Punt Returner. Professional career. Kupp attended the 2017 Senior Bowl and made 2 receptions for 14 yards for the North, who lost 16-15 to the South. Kupp's performance at the Senior Bowl elevated his draft stock. NFL analyst Bucky Brooks stated Kupp was the top performer at the Senior Bowl. Kupp attended the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis and completed all the combine drills except for the bench press. On March 28, 2017, he opted to participate at Eastern Washington's Pro Day along with Jordan West, Shaq Hill, Samson Ebukam, Kendrick Bourne, and Miki Yazamora. He attempted all of the combine drills, but opted to skip the bench press and broad jump. Kupp shortened his time in the short shuttle to 6.53s and performed positional drills for scouts and team representatives. At the conclusion of the pre-draft process, Kupp was projected to be a second or third round pick by NFL draft experts and scouts. He was ranked the 8th best wide receiver in the draft by NFLDraftScout.com. Steve Smith Sr. ranked him as the best wide receiver in the draft class. The Los Angeles Rams selected Kupp in the 3rd round of the 2017 NFL Draft. Kupp was the 7th wide receiver drafted in 2017 and became the 2nd highest pick in Eastern Washington school history, only behind Michael Roos, who was taken by the Tennessee Titans in the 2005 NFL Draft. He was reunited with Eastern Washington teammate Samson Ebukam after the Rams selected him in the 4th round. 2017 season. On June 9, 2017, the Rams signed Kupp to a 4-year, $3.83 million contract that includes a signing bonus of $954,760. Kupp competed with Tavon Austin, Robert Woods, Mike Thomas, Bradley Marquez, Pharoh Cooper, and Josh Reynolds throughout training camp for a starting wide receiver role left vacant after Kenny Britt departed in free agency. Head coach Sean McVay named Kupp the 4th wide receiver on the depth chart behind Sammy Watkins, Robert Woods, and Tavon Austin. Kupp made his NFL debut in the Rams season opener against the Indianapolis Colts and recorded 4 receptions for 76 yards, including an 18-yard touchdown pass from Jared Goff, marking the first of his career during the Rams' 46-9 victory. In Week 4, Kupp made 5 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown in the Rams' 35-30 win over the Dallas Cowboys. During a Week 7 matchup in London against the Arizona Cardinals, he caught 4 passes for 51 yards and caught an 18-yard touchdown in the Rams' 33-0 victory. Through the first 7 games, Kupp led the Rams in red zone targets with 11 and developed as Jared Goff's top receiver in the red zone and third downs. He was 4th in the entire NFL in red zone targets behind leaders Davante Adams, Larry Fitzgerald, and Dez Bryant, who were tied with 20 red zone targets each. In Week 9, Kupp made his first career NFL start, catching 3 passes for 54 yards in the Rams' 51-17 victory over the New York Giants. During Week 12 against the New Orleans Saints, Kupp posted his first career game with over 100 yards, where he finished with 116 as the Rams won 26-20. In Week 14, against the Philadelphia Eagles, he finished with 5 receptions for 118 yards and a touchdown. By December, Kupp was a full-time starter at wide receiver and ended his rookie season in 2017 with 62 receptions for 869 yards and 5 touchdowns. The Rams finished atop the NFC West with an 11-5 record. On January 6, 2018, Kupp appeared in his first career playoff game and made 8 receptions for 69 yards and a touchdown as the Rams lost by a score of 26-13 to the Atlanta Falcons in an NFC wildcard game at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Following the season, Kupp was also named to the 2017 All-Rookie team by the Pro Football Writers Association. 2018 season, injury-shortened season. Kupp was named a starting wide receiver in 2018 along with Robert Woods and off-season acquisition Brandon Cooks. During Week 4, Kupp caught 9 passes for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a career-best 70-yard scoring reception during a 38-31 win over the Minnesota Vikings. A week later, Kupp sustained a knee injury against the Denver Broncos and was carted off the field. Though he returned to the field in the third quarter of the Rams' 23-20 victory, Kupp was pulled out of the lineup and missed the next 2 games. During the fourth quarter of the Rams' 36-31 victory over the Seattle Seahawks in Week 10, Kupp went down with a non-contact injury. An MRI the following day confirmed that Kupp tore his ACL, prematurely ending his season. He finished the season with 40 receptions for 566 yards and 6 touchdowns through 8 games. Without Kupp, the Rams reached Super Bowl LIII where they lost 13-3 to the New England Patriots. 2019 season. Kupp returned from his injury in time for the Rams season opener against the Carolina Panthers. Over the first 7 games of the season, Kupp had at least 100 yards in 4 games and scored 4 total touchdowns. During a 24-10 Week 8 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals, Kupp caught 7 receptions for 220 yards and a touchdown, marking the first time in his NFL career where he had over 200 yards in a single game. Kupp's performance set an NFL record most receiving yards in an international NFL game. From weeks 13-17, Kupp scored a receiving touchdown in 5 consecutive games. Kupp finished the 2019 season with 94 receptions for 1,161 yards and 10 touchdowns. He led the team in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. Kupp and teammate Robert Woods gave the Rams a 1,000-yard receiving duo. Kupp's 10 receiving touchdowns tied with Mark Andrews for the second most in the NFL in 2019. He was ranked 89th by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020. 2020 season. After wearing number 18 for his first 3 seasons in the NFL, Kupp switched jersey numbers to number 10, his collegiate number at Eastern Washington, on May 11, 2020. On September 12, 2020, Kupp signed a 3-year, $48 million contract extension with the Rams, including $35.1 million guaranteed. He was placed on the reserve/COVID-19 list by the Rams on December 29, 2020, which forced him out of Week 17. He was activated on January 6, 2021. He returned for the Rams' wild-card round victory over the Seattle Seahawks, but suffered a knee injury, which kept him out of the divisional round loss to the Green Bay Packers. Kupp finished the 2020 season with 92 receptions for 974 yards and 3 touchdowns. He recorded 3 games with at least 100 yards. Kupp led the team in receptions and receiving yards for the season. 2021 season, Triple Crown and Super Bowl MVP. Kupp's performance throughout the 2021 season was one of the greatest statistical receiving seasons in NFL history. With the addition of Matthew Stafford in the off-season, Kupp started the season on a high note. Over the season's first 3 games, Kupp totaled 25 receptions for 367 yards and 5 touchdowns in victories for the Rams. Included in that stretch was a season-high 163-yard, 2-touchdown game against the Indianapolis Colts. Kupp was held to season lows in receptions and yardage in the Rams' 37-20 loss to the visiting Arizona Cardinals, but he bounced back with 7 catches for 92 yards in a 26-17 win at Seattle. In weeks 6-7, Kupp had 9 receptions for 130 yards and 10 receptions for 156 yards while getting 2 touchdowns in both games against the New York Giants and Detroit Lions. Kupp ended the season with a very productive 6-game stretch from weeks 13-18, averaging 118.3 yards per game and 6 total touchdowns. In the Rams' 12-5 season, Kupp set numerous franchise single-season receiving records, which resulted in Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro honors. He was named NFC Offensive Player of the Month for both September and October. Kupp's 145 receptions for 1,947 yards were both franchise records, and his 16 touchdowns finished second to Elroy Hirsch's 17 in 1951. For the 2021 season, Kupp earned the receiving Triple Crown, becoming the first player since Steve Smith Sr. in 2005 to lead the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and receiving yards. Kupp's 1,947 yards finished second in NFL history to Calvin Johnson's 1,964 in 2012, while his 145 receptions were second only to Michael Thomas's 149 in 2019. In the wild card round against the Arizona Cardinals, Kupp recorded 5 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown in the 34-11 victory. In the divisional round, Kupp recorded 9 receptions for 183 yards and a touchdown in the 30-27 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kupp had a pivotal 44-yard reception to help set up the Rams' game-winning field goal. In the NFC Championship game against the San Francisco 49ers, Kupp recorded 11 receptions for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns in the 2017 victory, bringing the Los Angeles Rams back to the Super Bowl for the second time since 2018. In Super Bowl LVI, against the Cincinnati Bengals, Kupp scored his first career Super Bowl touchdown, an 11-yard reception. In the fourth quarter game-winning drive, Kupp ran for 7 yards on a critical 4th-and-1 play, and he and quarterback Matthew Stafford connected on multiple successful catches, including the game-winning touchdown which led to his selection as Super Bowl MVP. Kupp's 33 receptions over 4 playoff games set a new NFL record for a single postseason, while his 478 yards and 6 touchdowns ranked second in league playoff history behind Arizona Cardinals receiver Larry Fitzgerald. He was ranked 4th by his fellow players on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2022 season. On June 9, 2022, Kupp signed a 3-year, $80 million contract extension with the Rams. In the NFL kickoff game against the Buffalo Bills, Kupp caught 13 passes for 128 yards and a touchdown in the 31-10 loss. In Week 2, Kupp had 11 receptions for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns in the 31-27 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. In Week 4, he had 14 receptions for 122 yards in a 24-9 loss to the San Francisco 49ers. In Week 5, against the Dallas Cowboys, he had 7 receptions for 125 yards and 1 touchdown in the 22-10 loss. NFL career statistics. Awards and highlights. NFL awards. Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl MVP. 2 times NFC champion. NFL Offensive Player of the Year. First Team All-Pro. Pro Bowl. PFWA NFL Offensive Player of the Year. NFL Receptions Leader. NFL Receiving Yards Leader. NFL Receiving Touchdowns Leader. PFWA All-Rookie Team. Ranked number 89 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020. Ranked number 4 in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2022. 2 times NFC Offensive Player of the Month. NFL Records. Most yards from scrimmage by a wide receiver in a single season 1,965. Most receiving yards by a wide receiver in a single season including postseason 2,425. Most yards from scrimmage by a wide receiver in a single season including postseason 2,458. First receiver ever with 2,000 plus receiving yards combined in regular season and postseason. Most consecutive games with 90 plus receiving yards 13. Most games with 90 plus receiving yards in a single season 16. Most receptions in a single postseason 33. Los Angeles Rams franchise records. Most receptions in a single season 145. Most receiving yards in a single season 1,947.